Number 997 Echo Alpha, contact tower 118.1.
One Juliet Lima, roger.
Was that something for about that 1 Juliet Lima?
I remember 1 Juliet Lima, how'd you ride?
It's smooth now, about 15, 20 miles back. It was a light shot, and we had some moderate, about 30 miles back.
November 1 Lima Juliet Denver approach for 100.7.
109.7, Lima Juliet, good afternoon. Denver Lear 31 Lima Juliet, happening at 16.5 to 17.5,000 with Delta requesting healthy for the visual tuna.
Number 31 Lima Juliet Denver approach, roger. Proceed direct healthy, maintain 13,000.
Direct healthy down to 13,000.
November 8 Juliet Echo, squawk 1200, frequency change is approved. How far out are you going to go to the east? Are you going to go into 126? Thanks, roger. November 8 Juliet Echo, you got cut off there. There's an inbound on the ILS 24 to the east, and that's your traffic. You said you're going to runway 26. How far out on final?
Field and sight and are ready for the visual approach, but for now, proceed direct hand to descend and maintain 12,000.
Okay, direct hand to and 12,000 will report field sector with this.
Negative 134.905. I can talk here on the ground for control the airport. November 8 Quebec Sierra, the traffic inbound from the west did cancel, but is 6 miles west of the airport, going to set up for runway 26 citation.
And 31 Lima Juliet has very Junction site.
Number 31 Lima Juliet, clear visual approach on my 29 area.
Good for the visual 29 or 31 Lima Juliet.
Got to have one Denver Center squawk 0662. How many jumps today? 1, Roger. Your radar contact.
Connected to PilotEdge.
November 8 Quebec Sierra, the citation's directly abeam the airport north, and frequency changes is report your cancellation of IFR this frequency. Link 61, report IFR cancellation this frequency, frequency.
November 1 Lima Juliet, contact tower 118.1.
Over tower 3 Lima Juliet, good day.
All right, here we are, good old Grand Junction, doing some storm chasing because there'd be some storms around Denver. It's snowing in Denver. I didn't load any of my winter textures. I didn't think of it. I just found out it was snowing instead of raining like a couple minutes ago, but that's all right. It's still going to be very overcast and interesting to fly in out of because it's windy. All right, so let's get some ground trucks rolling. Hop in here, get the plane set up. Turn on the batteries, external power is available. GPU. Get the ADIRs aligned with your IRS. It's basically your GPS. Triangulates your coordination. So we get those going. Everything is boarding. This is a nice freeware Grand Junction I found on the org. Totally free. It's very nice. Mixed with ortho scenery, it's especially nice. I have Fork Boys ortho. So let's open up the window because I'll probably end up closing that. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's pretty cold. So let's just shut the window if we're going to be realistic about it. Open that up, turn on some lights. All right. So, how many passengers are we taking today? Let's see what 100 passengers, 10,000 pounds of cargo. I need to get fuel calculations, so why don't you join me over on SimBrief for a moment. So here's the thing with Denver. depending on which way Denver is landing depends on the star I want to file. So I have notes already in here. So landing north, file Teller 2. Landing south, we'll file the Creed 3. So let's hop over here to Denver, ATIS, and they are landing north. So knowing that, we're going to do the Teller 2. And 100 passengers, 10,000 pounds of cargo. Got our alternate, so let's get that ready. We're going to fly at foot level 270. Oh, that's funny. All right. So that's what's going to look like. Need a full approach. So fuel, I need converter. So we're going to do 10,990. So basically 5 tons of fuel. So 5.0 tons, because this is all in pounds. And then passengers, cargo, 0 fuel weight, 123. 123.9 is 56.2. 56,000 tons is our 0 fuel weight. So we'll come down here to altimeter is 3014. And currently the Grand Junction is with Papa, so we will check that. And Denver is still landing north. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to file the IFR. Teller 2, Grand Junction 7, paces transition, Teller 2, flight level 270. United 1399, slant Lima for FMC, IFR, file, get rid of that, go to here, we'll bring up the live map, make sure it is filed. So here we are, and it's not showing up yet. So this is the weather that we're going to be flying into, by the way. It's all nasty. We're over here in a nice weather, we're going to be flying into this nasty stuff. Alright, there it is. There's our flight plan. So it showed up. So we can come back into the airplane now. Now that we have our info. So we're going to do 5 tons of fuel. 100 passengers. Get the current perf data, so I need a calculator. 0 fuel weight for SimBrief is 56200 minus 50644 right here. That's current 0 fuel weight. Plus the 1,000 I left in there, so that would be cargo of 6556. And set, that should give me 56.2, which it does, 56.2. So then you write down 56.2, CG 25.8. So 56.2, 25.8, little CGs in the back, that's fine. Well within this envelope. So the passengers are boarding rather. Come up here. Get the APU going because it is super cold. We need the APU to generate environment control. Seat belts on. The altimeter is 3014. The field elevation for Grand Junction is 4861, so we're good. Good. Yep. Bleeds. Got the heater going because it's 6 Celsius in the cabin, so. And that's cargo heat. So we got APU gen available, so we're gonna switch over from external power to APU, get rid of the GPU. File the flight plan. I updated the ERIC this morning, so we are now current 1911. Colt 1911, it's a good ERIC, right? Alright, so we're gonna see if Grand Junction has any stand positions. I doubt it. There's probably no GPS. Yeah, they don't have any GPS. That's okay. Go to Init. We are at GJT. Going to Denver. And we're gonna fly United 1399. Cost index at 150. We filed 270, I think. Yeah, 270. So I'll pop that in there. Line on reference. Let's get current ATIS. $118.55.
Grand Junction Regional Airport, ATIS information Papa, 1653 Zulu, wind 270 at 6, visibility 10, sky condition, clear, temperature 6, dew point -11, altimeter 3014, arriving and departing runways 2229er, visual approaches in use, read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions, advance on initial contact you have information Papa.
Switch to ground. Tower's 118.1, so that's ground control. 121.7, and so we'll get our clearance. Start punching in the flight plan. Morning, Grand Junction ground, United 1399 at the terminal with Papa. Clearance to Denver.
Yeah, 1399 Grand Junction ground, clear to Denver Airport, Grand Junction 7 departure, paces transition then as found. Climb via the CITIX at maintain 14,000. Denver departure frequency 119.7, squawk 6507.
clear to Denver via the Grand Junction 7 departure, paces transition, then is found. Climb via this is except maintain 14,000, Denver departure 119.7, squawk 6507, United 1399.
Unit 1399, read back correct.
Alright, so we got what we filed.
117, we have information Quebec over detected.
We're going to take off 29er on the Junction 7.
117, still not seen on radar.
Paces transition.
How about now for American 117?
And then we're going to plan 35 left.
American 117, negative, turn your transponder off and back on.
Go 117, transponder off and
the
on.
Teller 2. And via Teller.
American 117, runway 1 left, taxi via Alpha Mike.
Jeanette transition.
1 left via Alpha Mike for American 117.
Get the winds. Init page 2. We'll add in our weights. 56.2, 25.8. $5.0 on fuel. 47 minutes extra fuel. Go to perf 5360. Gonna blast out of Grand Junction at 200 knots. There is no decision altitude. It's a Cat 3. 5930. That's 500 AGL for go around, climb thrust. So now we check our flight plan. Let's do 7 departures, Grand Junction 7. So we're gonna take off this way is 6,000 feet. We'll make a left turn to go straight to Grand Junction.
American 117, looks like your transponder
And
is
then
off
we'll
again. Make
head
sure it's
back
on
to Paces.
when operating on
So
movement.
6,000 Grand Junction Paces.
Yes, sir. My transponder is on position now. American 117.
American 117, I'll double check it. There it is. Thanks.
Denver.
How about now for American 117?
Yes, you are good. Thanks.
Thank you.
I want the arrival, which is the, I don't remember, Teller 2. From Paces. I mean, Jeanette. So here's Jeanette, 260, that's fine because we're flying 270, and then Christie, and then Creed, above 17, so that's good. Powder at 250, at 19, between 17 and 19, so that's good, and then through, and then Craig at 13,000 at 210, Gnarly above 12,000, Teller at 11,000 at 210, and I'm actually going to make that 190. And then from there, where's approach? Oh, that's the wrong one. Approach. 35 left, Cat 3.
San Francisco Tower, good morning. American 117, holding short 1 left.
From
right,
Teller.
right for departure.
American 117,
IAF.
Tower, wind
IAF is initial approach fix.
1 left, cleared for
Teller, Vale.
1 left, clear for takeoff.
And
American
then
117.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's right. Croup. And then Chola? Selby. So it's a full approach. So you just come straight in. So that is exactly what I'm looking for. So flight plan is accurate. Now I need to get our perf. So you can come over here, you can join me on Sky Vector. So I need Grand Junction's runway information. We're going to use 29. So here's runway 29. We have 10,500 feet available, heading at 292. So an Imperial. Let's do 292 for the runway heading. Runway feet. Grand Junction, we'll bring in the weather, match it with mine. I'm showing 5, that's fine. 3012 is the altimeter. 280 at 6, and takeoff weight is this gross weight 61.2, but that is kilograms, so 61.2. So that comes to 134,922. Calculate, and there it is, 147 across the board with a derated takeoff flex temperature of 64. Let's come down here to perf. 147, 147. I always bump it up 2 for V2. And 65 flex. 64.
America 117, NorCal departure radar contact. Just heads up in the U.S. Flight levels don't begin until 18,000 feet. Flight level 180 and up. Continue climb via the SID, except maintain 10, 10,000.
Alright, so our performance is in there. We'll double check that in case the winds change. We'll turn on the fuel pumps. We're going to climb via the SID, except maintain 14,000. Yep. 14,000. Put on those restraints. Brake pressure is low, so we'll bring up hydraulics, turn on the yellow pump to 3,000 psi. And that will fix the brake pressure. Now everything's in the green. So now we will brief the flight plan.
America 117, climb and maintain flight level 190.
So like I said, this is the weather currently. We are here. We're going to come down, hold short, runway 22 probably, or maybe he'll tell me to take off at intersection Alpha 7. I don't know. I'll be okay. If he tells me to do intersection, I'll do toga. So we'll take off. 6,000 feet, left turn, Grand Junction. Crossover paces above 13,000. And top altitude is 14,000 until given higher by Denver approach. Now, this is the Creed 3 arrival, so pretty much is the same. Jeanette, Christie Creed. But if Denver changes, see Jeanette Christie Creed to South Flow, then I'm going to have to enter in the Creed 3 arrival, and then we'll do a U-turn and come back down for a landing. So this is for North Ops, and you'll see here turbojet only. You always got to read these notes. And corresponding star is Teller. Expect Teller when Denver is landing north. So you'll see here Denver's landing north. So that's why I chose the Teller. So this is the Teller arrival from Jeanette to all the way down, following these altitudes. A line above and below means you can be between these altitudes at 250 knots, and then it will slow us down and get us lower as we come down to pick up the full approach from Teller to join this ILS 35 left. And we will land 35 left, and we'll park south side of Bravo, which is the United Terminal. And this is what we're going to be flying into. So the weather right now is snowing. The winds are 010 at 15 knots at Denver. So it should be a interesting ride for sure. Alright, so let's come over here and close up the aircraft.
American 117, contact Oakland Center 127.45.
Check the emergency generator. Get some alarms, clear them out. Takes about 5 seconds, that will reset, and then we'll do a clear. Press and hold the clear button for 2 seconds. And then wait for that to go back to the door display. Then we'll check FADIC. Doors locked.
Yes, Captain. We are waiting for your instruction. Ground to flight deck. All holds and hatches are closed. Walk round complete.
So taking off. I want to back out to the right.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
I don't think that's an active taxiway, but let me make sure before I back up. No, it's a non-movement area. So we can start the pushback.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Dim these lights a little bit. He's gonna crash through the gate apparently, so he's crazy like that. We go to Init page 2, update our fuel, so because yes, the APU does burn internal fuel. Leave it on Init page 2 because at engine start it will automatically switch to the fuel prediction page, giving us a CG that we need for takeoff trim. So we'll leave it right there.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
And I need to do fire test. Let the crew know we're gonna push. Can't tell, it's storming, snowing, and all sorts of craziness at Denver. We're not that far away from Denver. It's nice weather here.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake. Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Alright, hydraulics are pressurizing. We have gen available on 2. It's one good engine. Let's start engine 1. Hydraulics crossfeed.
Operations complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Alright, we got 130, 130. Avionics are correct. Trim. Let's go 25.4 right here. So 25.6 is the closest, so up 0.6.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
So it's up 0.6, so almost halfway. And you'll see on the perf, this shows up 0.5, so it's pretty accurate. Could have gone 5 or 6, it's only a little bit of a change. I like using my chart, it's pretty realistic. Alright, so let's do flight control check. So right, left, See, it brings up the spoilers when you do that. And then we got rudder, so all that works. Let's get lighting turned on. Terrain, we need to squawk 6507. Let's refresh ATIS.
ATIS information Papa. 1653 Zulu.
Still
Wind
Papa, so
270
nothing's
at 6.
changed.
Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature 6. Dew point -11. Altimeter 3014. Arriving and departing runways 22, 29er. Visual approaches in use. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Alright, so we're current with Papa. Okay. Grand Junction, try this again. Grand Junction ground, United 1399 to terminal. Current with Papa, ready to taxi full length 29er if available.
Yeah, 1399 Grand Junction ground runway 29er taxi via Alpha, hold short runway 22.
29er via Alpha, hold short 22, United 1399. Alright, so we got our taxi instructions. There's Alpha right there. So we'll just cut over here to Alpha. Yeah, this is a nice airport for free. You can find this on the org for free. It requires a couple libraries. Requires RU scenery, R2, CBD. No, and actually not CBD. Just RU, R2, and the other normal libraries that most people have. But RU and R2 are the only ones that I needed for this airport. It's really nice for free. I'd be hard pressed to buy another Grand Junction, or to buy a Grand Junction if one were to come out.
1060 Tango, Seattle approach, thank you. Cleared to Arlington Airport. Renton 3 departure. Expect radar vectors Victor 23, then as filed. Climb and maintain 3000. Departure with Seattle approach 120.4. Squawk 6377. Hold for release. Number 6 here, coming through really broken. Just confirm initial altitude 3000, expect 9,000 within 10 minutes.
Alright, auto brake, max takeoff config test. So
Number 6 here, Tango, thanks. Readback is correct.
Do that here in just a moment.
Back on this frequency when you're short of runway 16, ready to go.
It's so weird. It's nice skies, but Denver is just snowing and crazy where we're going. Probably gonna do a auto land if it's really bad.
Number 6 here, Tango, that was clear, more clear than before, but still a bit broken. Yeah, it sounds more network related today more than anything. The other one, that sounded like there was an issue maybe with the microphone.
Alright, so auto brake max. takeoff config
Microphone
test.
quality is perfect now. Again, just a little bit broken, but again, sounds more like network issues. It's much easier to read.
The perf is, let me see, 280 at 6. The temperature's the same relatively. Altimeters relatively the same. So all the perf data right here is still fine. So we'll clear that out. Come down here, we'll switch to tower, and Denver departure is 119.7. Turn on our landing lights, strobes, wing lights. Verify climate nav. We're good there. So upon departing, we will climb to 6,000 feet and then we'll turn left to Grand Junction. Auto brake. Spoilers are armed. Flaps. Takeoff config normal. We're about as ready as we're going to be. Grand Junction Tower, United 1399, holding short, runway 22.
United 1399, Grand Junction Tower, taxi on runway 22, wind 270 at 6, runway 29er, cleared for takeoff.
Taxi runway 22, runway 29er, clear for takeoff, United 1399. Alright, brakes off. Everything's in green. Let's get out of here. So they included, as part of the takeoff instructions, to taxi onto runway 22.
Approaching.
Because this is actually a runway. And then it intersects with runway 29er. We'll do...
On runway 400 feet remaining.
Packs off.
On runway 29.
Engines up to 50%. Engines are stable. Takeoff power is set. SRS is visible. Right here. Rotate at 147 knots, which is the same as V1. We're going to climb straight ahead until 6,000 feet, and then we'll go left. It's V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear coming out. 5,000 feet, 200.
And 1399, contact Denver departure.
Over to departure, United 1392. Good to climb. And 6,000 feet, autopilot on. That's for the packs. So we'll turn the packs back on. Undo the spoilers. Denver departure, United 1399, Grand Junction 7, 6,800. Climb via the SID for 14,000.
United 1399, Denver departure, radar contact.
Alright, so we're good on that. We'll bring this up to 220 knots.
Los Angeles Center 133.2, good day.
Gear is up, verified. We're in climb thrust mode. Verified. Spoilers are unarmed. There's no icing to worry about.
Unit 1399, contact Denver Center 118.57.
Denver Center 118.57, United 1399. 118.57. Denver Center. Denver Center, United 1399, 9,700 for 14,000.
Yeah, 1399 Denver Center, good afternoon. Climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb maintain flight level 270, United 1399. So I'm going to hold it at 220 with slats 1, and then I'll remove that once we made this turn. Turn off the terrain at this moment since we can see.
1399, turn left heading 090 and I will clear direct Janet. Join me, Tower 2 arrival.
Left turn 090, clear direct Janet. Join the Tower 2 arrival, United 1399.
Delta 1880, Salt Lake City clearance, clear to Denver Airport, rugged 1 departure, Purdy transition, then it's filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Departure frequency 135.5, squawk 4062. Do not exceed 230 knots for the climb.
So we're going to disregard paces altogether. We're going to go straight to Jeanette. So let's do direct. Janet.
Read back correct, information limit correct.
That will bring me around. So pick up the pace to 250 knots. Turn off the landing lights.
1060, Tango, roger. You can stay on this frequency. I think you're instructed to contact 22.2 on that same frequency, just so we can eliminate that static. I can hear you okay from that position. So the release for departure. Clearance is void at 1758 Zulu, time now 1750. If and off by 1758, call back with your intentions no later than 8205 for exchange approved.
This is
negative. You have your
Fort Boys
your
ortho.
Your
It's very, very nice.
So you can get airborne.
There's Grand Junction.
So make your calls on CTAF. So once you're airborne, contact me on this frequency once you're airborne.
He's new. Gotta start. Gotta start somewhere.
I can't clear you for takeoff. I can only release you for departure. The tower's closed.
Yeah, he has no idea what difference between CTAF and towered or untowered airports, and that's on him because there's all that information is available in writing on the PilotEdge network website. So he should know that if it's an untowered airport, PilotEdge is not going to give you takeoff clearance. It's treated like there's no tower at an airport, so you use a CTAF, whatever the tower frequency would be for that airport. And then, so you basically talk to other pilots that are on the airport in CTAF, and then once you're in the air, then you contact the overlying departure, approach, and or center if that's the lowest. Seatbelts are on, so we can go ahead and turn them to auto. And we're going to be heading to Denver, which is going to be a mess.
November 1060 Tango, Seattle departure, ident.
There's the clouds. I wasn't expecting a great view because we're storm chasing on this flight.
Climb and maintain 4000, Seattle altimeter 3045.
I'll turn on the weather, but it never works for me, so. It's not going to be of much use. Denver is, looks like the snow stopped. No, it's still snowing. And very, very IMC conditions. See here, the Denver. It's snowing. And where's the RVR? It's very low, 3,511, 6,000 feet, something like that. Anyway, it's IMC, so we'll be doing a ILS for sure, but it's not too windy compared to the other places around it. It's very windy.
Number 60 Tango, turn left, heading 350, vectors for the Payne VOR. Advise any other weather at Arlington, say request.
Here comes that overcast layer. Say goodbye to blue skies.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you? What is it that you want? I have nothing to report. Just leave me alone.
1060 Tango, you're broken as well. Hard to read.
Let's update these winds. So we'll do create wind request update.
I just need to know that you have the weather and your request.
And we're going to do second flight plan, copy active, and we're going to change this in case we need to land the other way, which would be 16 left. And if I need to land the other way, it is Creed, I think. Creed 3. via from Jeanette. Make sure that is accurate. So Creed 3 from Creed to Powder and then Lapson. Is that right? I don't know. Let's do this. Powder, Lepson, Moguls, Longs, Cliff, Grays, IME, and then vectors for ILS 16 left. Which is also no decision altitude, and that's all good. So we have, if the runways change, we have that option available to us. Right now we'll plan on landing north because the winds are still out of the north at 12 knots. So afternoon, M9, how are you there, sir? Doing some storm chasing. It is snowing in Denver. It's not windy, luckily, but I'm curious what the minimums are going to be. Might have to do an auto land. Cat 3.
Number 6 Sierra Tango, when it will clear direct the
Got it set up for
Arlington
Cat
Airport.
3.
At 1399, descend via the Teller 2, arrival Denver, altimeter 3018.
3018. Descend via the Teller 2, arrival 3018, United 1399. Alright, so Teller 2 is north, so we'll keep that up there. And do that. A little cloud surfing. Yes, that's what I'm doing. Surfing these clouds. Bring up Denver's weather on my weather injector. Hey Gizmo, how you doing there, bud? Just in time for the IMC landing. Do full landing. I'm probably just gonna do an auto land. Well, if I don't see the runway before the minimums, I'll definitely do auto land. Otherwise, I might do it myself. We'll see. So we go to perf. And Denver's, what do you say, 3018. Temperature is -7. That's 19 Fahrenheit. Wind 010 at 15. 010 15. And delete that. Can't use this. So the lowest we can go down to until we're cleared the approach is 11,000. So we'll set this for 11,000. And we'll start our descent. Denver Center, United 1399, leaving 270.
Yeah, 1399, roger.
Okay, so we have started our descent. Let's check all ECAN pages. Make sure everything's in the green. Fuel's burning evenly. All right. Denver's ATIS 125.6. Probably too far away to pick it up, but we'll try.
Temperature -7.
Nope, we get it.
-8. Altimeter 3018. Arriving runway 34 left, 34 right, 35 right, 35 left. Departing runway 34 right,
I want
35 left.
ILS
runway 34 left, runway 34 right, ILS runway 35 left, and runway 35 right approach in use.
6 Tango, rapid descent, maintain 3,000.
Approaches in use. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery, advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignment, hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact.
6 Tango, information Zulu. I've got clear sky and clear winds in that area. Expect visual approach from information.
Alright, so it's current with Juliet at Denver. And approach 120.35. Might not be that, but we'll see. Oh, we have a break in the clouds. That's cool. And ILS 35 left. 108.5, 108.5, 353, so ILS is correct. To really think about icing conditions, I use for weather. M9 is asking what I use for weather, so I am trying to get the version. SkyMax Pro version 482, which is the most current version. It does the best IMC conditions I have seen on any weather. Because of this overcast cloud, it beats any weather program I've tried so far. So I use SkyMax Pro 4.8.2, Real Weather Connector, and FS Global Real Weather. The three of them combined does an awesome job. So the Real Weather Connector puts the clouds...
1399, contact Denver approach 120.35.
Denver approach 120.35, United 1399, see ya.
We're looking to declare a medical emergency. We have 2 souls on board, 3 hours of fuel, looking to convert to Alpha Echo. We'll advise with runway selection.
guess I won't chime in because he has an emergency.
106 Sierra Tango, roger. You expect visual approach, clear to Payne Airport, turn left heading 270, descend and maintain 2000.
270, descend and maintain 2000, cleared for Payne Airfield for Sierra Tango.
Denver approach, United 1399, descending via the Teller 2, leaving flight level 1909er. Current with Juliet, request ILS 35 left, full approach.
No.
6 Sierra Tango, you were blocked.
6 Sierra Tango, the airport is 10 to 11 o'clock in 8 miles. Correction, as you make your turn heading 270, it'll be 10 to 11 o'clock in 8 miles.
Correction, practice pilot. And requesting vectors for runway 16, ILS runway 16.
This guy would declare an emergency.
Multiple people.
6 Sierra Tango requesting vectors for ILS runway 16.
106 Sierra Tango, roger, fly heading 320 and maintain 2000 vectors ILS runway 16 right approach.
Maintain 2000, 360, 320 for 6 Sierra Tango for ILS runway 16 right.
Number 6 Sierra Tango, correction, I need you up at 3000 for the ILS, climb and maintain 3000.
Up to 3000 for 6 Sierra Tango.
Still 1880 Salt Lake City ground runway 34 right, taxi via Echo and Hotel.
Denver approach, United 1399, descend via the Teller 2, leaving flight level 1900. Current with Juliet, request ILS 35 left, full approach.
At 1399 Denver approach, afternoon. Thanks for Juliet. Expect the ILS runway 35 left approach from Teller.
Expect ILS 35 left from Teller, United 1399. And that's what I've got programmed. I'm gonna add a little bit of brakes because we're above the descent profile. So because of the snow, we're going to turn on the anti-icing, and we'll be coming into these clouds, and the temperature is 21 Fahrenheit on the ground. Up here it's -8 TAT on the wing, so anything less than 10 is icing conditions. And we're gonna do
altimeter setting.
Okay. So 35 left. That matches. We have to be at 210 knots at Craig at 13,000 feet. I have this on plan page so I can see the entire route.
Number 6 Sierra Tango, turn right heading 350.
Right, 350.
Max landing weight 65 tons. We're at 59.5.
At 1399, contact Denver approach 123.85.
Denver approach 123.85, United 13. 23.
1880 Salt Lake City Tower, turn left heading 295, runway 34 left, clear for takeoff, wind 320 at 11.
There's 123.85.
Delta 1880, roger, thanks. Fly heading 295, runway 34 right, cleared for takeoff.
Need terrain around Denver. turn this weather one on. Denver approach, United 1399, Teller 2 leaving 13,600.
Yeah, 1399 Denver approach at Teller, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.
At Teller, cleared ILS 35 left approach, United 1399.
6 Sierra Tango, turn left heading 250.
Sorry. So, I'm going to bring the MCP down to about 9,000.
250.
250, 6 Sierra Tango.
Go to flaps 1. And we'll do landing lights on. Turn on the APU. Put the seatbelts on. Put the ILS on the first officer side.
Delta 1880, contact departure.
Tower for this runway is 133.3.
Salt Lake departure, L1880 through 5.2, climbing 10,000.
Delta 1880, Salt Lake departure, radar contact. Number 6 Sierra Tango 7 from Jugla, turn left heading 190, maintain 3,000 until established on localizer, clear the ILS Zulu runway 16 right approach.
190, maintain 3,000 until established, clear for the ILS. I believe it's Zulu for runway 16 left.
I think it's runway 16 right.
Apologize, 16 right.
Turn on the APU afterward.
Delta 1880, climb and maintain 13,000.
13,000, Delta 1880.
I want the south side of Bravo. Perf is 3018 minus 6 now. That's close enough. 0, 10. Let's do 0, 10, 12. Seatbelts are on. So I'll probably exit maybe Mike 7, see what happens.
Delta 1880, turn right heading 360, enable clear direct Bubby to join the departure. Climb via the SID, resume normal speed.
360 direct Bubby via the SID, normal speed, Delta 80.
Number 6 Sierra Tango, contact Payne Tower 132.905.
Over to Tower 132.95, 6 Sierra Tango.
106 Sierra Tango Payne Tower. Wind variable at 4. Runway 16 right, cleared to land.
And minimums is, well, it's Cat 3, so there aren't any minimums. That's all right. I wonder when I'll pop out of clouds.
Delta 1880 contact, Salt Lake Center 135.77.
3577 Delta 1880.
Auto brake low because it's a long runway, so don't have to worry about it being wet.
Salt Lake Center, afternoon. What able clear direct the Hayden VOR as Charlie Hotel Echo, climb maintain level 370.
And ground MSL is 5,400, so we're at 5, 6, 7, 8, we're 4,000 feet above ground right now. Spoilers are armed. Missed approach. We will climb to 10,000. Right turn direct to the GLL VOR. So let me reset this for 10,000. Landing gear down, signs are on, spoilers are armed, flaps. Do one more notch of flaps here at about 2,000 feet above.
Unit 1399, contact Denver Tower 133.3.
Denver Tower 133.3, Unit 1399. Denver Tower, United 1399, establishing a localizer, 35 left.
United 1399, Denver Tower, roger. Wind at 360 at 12, runway 35 left, clear to land.
35 left, clear land, United 1399. Alright. So we're going to do Cat 3.
Yeah, 106 Sierra Tango going best.
2,300 radar.
Sierra Tango, execute the missed approach procedure as published.
Execute missed as published for 6 Sierra Tango.
Number 6 Sierra Tango, contact Seattle approach 120.4.
120.4, 6 Sierra Tango.
Flaps full. Cabin check. Clear to land.
106 Sierra Tango, Seattle approach, say altitude with request. Number 106 Sierra Tango, hold at SEPO as published. Expect further clearance 1845 Zulu, time now 1823. Number 60 Tango, EFC 1845, time now 18:23.5.
Yep, can't see squat. That's why I wanted to do this. Auto land. Plane will just land itself just 1,000 feet above. For Mike 7.
1,000.
1,000 feet. $800 feet. Talking about minimums, my gosh. That's why I did this flight. This plane has a good auto land feature, so. Cat 3, dual, armed, good to go. I bet we'll see the field at about 300 radar. We're at 600 now. Wow, this is really fogged in here, isn't it? Can you imagine passenger? Oh, passenger can see ground. $400 feet.
400.
Roger.
Oh, there's the runway. I got visual right at, that's all you need is to see the runway
200.
lights. As long as you have the lights, you're fine, but I'm gonna let it auto land because it's so snowy.
100.
It's in land mode,
50, 40,
flare
30,
mode,
20, 10, retard, 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 5.
Man, that did a better job than me, huh? Reversers. Autopilot off. We'll exit here at Mike 6. Slippery, wind wet.
Yeah, 1399 northbound, Mike, either Bravo Sierra, Bravo November into the ramp. You can stay on this frequency. Have a great day.
Mike, Bravo Sierra to the ramp with you. Yeah, 1399. Thanks. We'll see you. Alright, so. Lead. Leave all icing on. What are the minimums? Well, there are no minimums on a Cat 3. There are no minimums because it was auto land. If I wanted to do Cat 2, the minimums would have been 100 AGL. But because I did Cat 3 auto land, there are no minimums. You don't have to worry about minimums. It will just land itself. Is that BS? Yeah, this is BS. Well, taxi BS, not what I said. But yeah, I have Denver Airport in winter textures, and like I said at the beginning of the stream, I totally forgot to load it, but it's doing a pretty good job of showing the snow. Yeah, as long as you turn on both autopilot 1 and 2, then that will activate the auto land feature. If I only do approach, it will not do a auto flare. It will just take me down to minimums, whatever that is, like a normal Cat 1 or any ILS. But I don't think I've ever seen Denver this horrific IMC conditions. I've never seen it like this before. It's really cool. I'm glad I'm recording this. Next time I'll be more aware of if it's actually snowing.
American 117 Albuquerque Center, descend via the Hyder 1 arrival, runway 26 transition, Phoenix altimeter 2984. American 117, say again, you said Phoenix transition?
Totally forgot to turn all those lights off. That's alright.
Alright, that's still not what I said. American 117, descend via the Hyder 1 arrival, runway 26 transition. If you read the chart, you'll see that that makes more sense. Phoenix altimeter 2984.
But yeah, as a matter of fact, well, it's probably gone now. But in the perf data on the approach, it's not showing right now because it's wiped the whole thing clean, but it will have a DA, decision altitude, for the approach. So normally you would put in your radar altitude for an ILS, 200 is most typical. But when you have a Cat 3 ILS, you type in NO and you put it in the minimums, the decision altitude, you put no instead of 200. You just type in no, put it in the box, and that lets the approach function know that I'm going to be doing a full auto land. That cracks me up.
American 117, I don't assign approaches, I just assign
Corvette or whatever that is. But yeah, I guess it didn't really matter for this flight if I loaded in the winter textures for Denver, because with this much snow falling in the weather program, it makes it look like it's snow anyway, so I don't feel like I got gypped on that. It still looks like there's snow on the ground. even though I do have a separate, I have 4 files, you know, to include the ortho and all that stuff. So I have a snow version, but that's all right. So let's turn the batteries off, close the door.
Disconnected.
See, Cat 3, refer to minimums. Cat 2, decision altitude 100. So Cat 3 is just equipment basically. As long as your airplane can do a Cat 3, there are no minimums. All right, so I stopped the weather. Doors are shut. So let's do a replay. I would do a tower view, but I don't think you'd see the plane. So I'll do a shift 2 view. Heck, the Autoland did a much better job than I did. That's what was funny about it. It was like a perfect landing and the airplane did it by itself. And into the abyss it goes. But it holds the center line too, the Autoland feature. Like I was not using any rudder pedals at all until I turned off the autopilot. The autopilot will keep its center line, and then you're supposed to turn off the autopilot at I want to say it's 40 knots. Whenever the speed tape stops showing speed, that's when you're supposed to turn it off. I think it's 40 knots. It might be faster, but there is a set speed that you're supposed to turn off the autopilot. But before that speed, the autopilot will do an auto land. It will hold the center line, everything for you. The only thing I had to do to land was manually punch in the reversers and retard the throttle. It won't do that. So I retarded the throttle, put in reverse, and otherwise the airplane did everything else on its own. So that was kind of fun. All right, volumes are back up. Here's some real world Denver approach landing in this mess. I'll stream that. And I want to get out of here. Work on my DCS mission a little bit. So I appreciate the chat, M9. Appreciate it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. See y'all. Chase out. Thanks, bud. We'll see you.
Approaching that 2269, we'll be at a 14.6 for 11,000.
United 2269, Denver approach via the Teller transition, cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
Teller transition, cleared for ILS 35 left, United 2269.
United 2349, reduce speed to 190.
Low to 190, United 2349.
Frontier flight 772, maintain 190 knots for greater.
190 or better, Frontier 772.
Out of 812, contact tower 133.3. Hit it.
812, good answer, thanks.
Water ski 4628, turn right, heading 175.
Right turn 175, water ski 4628. Okay, maintain 10,000 till Krupp, cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach, 2349.
But ILS runway 35 right approach.
Right, 7991.
Water ski 4628, Trevor just departed underneath you there, 10,000. They, believe it's an Airbus eastbound, restricted underneath.
Alright, get him on the box, water ski 4628.
Water ski 4628, contact approach 120.8 for traffic no factor.
120.8, water ski 4628.
2, cleared direct Krupp.
Cleared direct Krupp, Skyway 5722.
Cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
Step down you.
Think about Sky 5722, cleared direct Krupp, cross Krupp at 10,000, 10,000. Cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
Cleared direct Krupp. Cross Krupp is 10,10,000, cleared ILS 35 left, Skyway 5722.
Frontier flight 772, maintain 170 knots for greater until Diamond. Contact tower now, 133.3.
33.3 will 170 or better till Diamond, Frontier 772.
Archer low, Southwest 873, we're slowing at 210 knots, we're descending on a 13.8 via the Teller.
Southwest 873, Denver approach, good afternoon, via the Teller transition. Cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
Via the Teller transition, cleared the ILS 35 left, Southwest 873.
Via the Pearl 2, we have information. Papa.
Southwest 877, Denver approach. At Pearl, cleared ILS, runway 35 right approach.
At Pearl, cleared for the ILS to 35 right, Southwest 877.
For 10,000, restricted underneath you.
Okay, boutique 715, keep our eyes up, not much available to see yet.
Reduce speed to 190.
Speed 190, Skyway 5720.
210.
Southwest 345.
3.95.
170 to Diamond, 2249.
ILS 35 left, now United 948.
Boutique 785, clear direct FT, common maintain 13,000.
At 2349, contact tower 133.3. Good day.
United 2349 is going to tower.